Hold on one second. Get going here. And there we go. Sound is good, and we're live. Welcome to Part Time Nerd with me, your host, Alan. I hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Had a week off. I totally forgot about last Monday. It was one of those situations where it was Labor Day, was off work, kids were off school, all that. And next thing I know, Monday goes by, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to go live. So there's that. But here I am now. Just gonna talk a lot of movies, TV shows, things like that. What is up, Wacko? How you doing? You are first, my buddy. Good to see you here. Appreciate it. We're gonna talk a lot about Umbrella Academy season 2. I just finished watching that. I plowed through that actually pretty quick. It was pretty fun, exciting. I definitely enjoyed it. Wacko, I'm not sure if you watched Umbrella Academy or not. Let me know if you have. And make sure you check out Wacko over there at Dad's a Fortnite. Darth Wacko playing some Fortnite all night long. A lot of times. He's playing almost every night. Doing some lunch streams he's starting to do. Check him out. It's a good time. But yeah, so I finished watching The Umbrella Academy, and by finish, I mean I haven't even had another episode since I started watching it. Plowed through it all 10 episodes. Great show. Absolutely loved it. If you've watched season 1, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of those shows. It's fun. It's a little bit of wheels offness to it. Not as wheels off as The Boys is, which I think that's going to be next up for me. Is starting to watch season 2 of The Boys. They got 4 episodes of that out, so I need to go ahead and catch up with that, and then I can start breaking those down every week when that comes out. Because they did the first 3 episodes the first week, and then now they're doing 1 episode a week until they're all out. But yeah, Umbrella Academy. It's season 1 ended with the world was ending. It was getting ready to end, and you hadn't watched it yet. You need to check it out, Wacko. It's a good show. Season 1 and season 2 both great. I think it's only season 1. I think was only 10 episodes. I know season 2 was only 10 episodes. It goes by pretty quick. Like when I sat down to watch it, watched 4 episodes the first time and 6 the second time, and didn't even notice the time going by. It's one of those shows that you just sit down and just hammer out and knock it out. But yeah, season 1 ends. It's the world's ending. 5, he's going to try and use his powers to take everybody back in time. It works, but differently. So everybody got dropped in a different year. They're back in the 60s, so it's a completely different time. Not only are they in the 60s, but they're in the 60s just before JFK's assassination. You got a time of racism, things like that. It's just a completely different world that they've been dropped into. And again, they were all dropped in different years. And it takes a while before they actually all end up meeting each other, running into each other, things like that. So they eventually, meet up with each other, run into each other, and the world's going to end again. 5 tells them, hey, I've seen what happens. In 10 days, just like in season 1, the world's going to end. And we're right there in the middle of it, dealing with all of it and all that stuff. What is up, Benjamin? How you doing, sir? Good to have you on. And if you watch season 1, you know how things kind of go. They go awry. They're trying to do things. Things don't work out. I want to kind of keep it spoiler free, especially because Wacko hasn't had a chance to see it yet. And for everyone else who hasn't seen it, but it's a fun show. They did a real good job with the music in it, working in some good music. You're dealing with events that happened during that time, and they're trying to change certain things for the better, but then again at the same time trying to save the world. It's a fun show. I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. It's fun, enjoyable. Netflix, check it out. Umbrella Academy. You'll thank me later. A couple other things I want to talk about today. I'm just going to be talking about some movies, some TV shows, some things coming out. I saw that they just released. I know Wacko, you'll be down with this one. They released the teaser for on Hulu. They're redoing the Animaniacs. They're picking the series back up, and they actually, in the little teaser, they're kind of talking about how they've been away for a while and they're excited to get back to the water tower because that's where the Animaniacs work. It's a cartoon from back when we were a kid. I mean, obviously Darth Wacko. We know where your loyalties fall with that, with Wacko. You got Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. And also Pinky and the Brain are going to be back. It's got the original cast and all that stuff. It's coming out on November 20th, so we've got a couple more months before it comes out. But I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. I'm going to see if I can find somewhere where I can actually stream the original Animaniacs and watch all the old episodes and go through it with the kiddos and things like that and watch it with them so they can see what's coming and they can be as excited about it as I am. Because I know once they start watching it, they will absolutely love it, especially Pinky and the Brain. There's not a time that goes by if someone ever asks me what I want, what we're going to do tonight. My answer is always the same thing we try to do every night: take over the world. And I've been like that for 20 years now, or whatever it is. However long it's been since that show came out. I think it's actually been like 27 years. I think they said it's been like 25 plus 2 years. I think was in the trailer since it came out. So I'm definitely going to get into that and watch that when that comes out. Hulu's another channel that I have, so I'll definitely be watching that. And then you had a couple of TV show news for Disney Plus. So over there on Disney Plus, you've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi season that's going to be coming out. They're working on it. We've talked about it. You're bringing back Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Super excited about that. Cannot wait. I thought he was the best part of the prequels was Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and to bring him back for a series. And you did find out this last week that it is just going to be a one-shot series. But if you're giving me 10, 12 episodes, 45 minutes to an hour each, yeah, I'm all in. I'm excited. Whatever they're going to give me, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to like it. I absolutely love The Mandalorian. I've talked about it before. Loved it. Can't wait for season 2 to come out in October. So that's going to be next month. But super excited about Obi-Wan. Can't wait for that one to come out. I would have liked it to have been a few more seasons. But hey, if you're just going to give me one season, I know that right now going into it, I can handle it and I can deal with it a lot better than if I found that out like after the first season or something like that. And they just said, oh yeah, we're not doing another season, or when the season comes out. This way I've got time to prepare myself, get mentally prepared. But okay, I'm getting one season and one season only, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to enjoy it. So I'll take it for that. The next thing that I saw for Disney Plus was the Falcon and Winter Soldier show that's going to be coming out. And they talked about 2 characters that are going to be bringing back to it from the Captain America movies. One, you're going to be getting GSP, George St. Pierre, back as Batroc, the Leaper. He was only in, that first one for, what was it, like all of 5 minutes of the second one it was. Didn't get him for that long. How much we're going to get him in this one, you don't know. If it's going to be just kind of a little cameo thing, or if it's going to be an extended role in it, you don't really know. All they've talked about is how he's been cited, been seen on the set, and he will be reprising his role as that. And then the other person they talked about is going to be is Agent 13, Sharon Carter, Peggy Carter's daughter. Yeah, but she is going to be playing a part in it as well. How big of a role she's going to be in it, you don't know. You just know you're going to be getting her in it. She's been seen on set. She's been filming some things for it, so she is going to be around, be on it. So let's look forward to that and see what's coming with that. But I think we've got another year. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be coming out next year. So we still got a little while before we get those episodes, but definitely looking forward to that, as well as all the other Marvel shows they got coming out there on Disney Plus. You've got She-Hulk is looking like you got Alison Brie cast as She-Hulk in that. You've got the What If, which is going to be the animated, which I'm super excited about that one. You've got a lot of the characters reprising their roles. I think Chris Evans is going to be doing some voice for it. You've got Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. I think is supposed to be doing some voices for it as well as Iron Man. So it's going to be cool. And the What If comics was always something that I definitely enjoyed reading when I was younger. Those were always cool because you got to see, what if, Spider-Man had kept his black suit and he didn't get rid of it? What if there was one that was, what if the Punisher had gotten a hold of the symbiote suit and he had been essentially Venom? So there was a lot of different those what ifs. I thought those were always really cool. It's something I would like for them to bring back, for Marvel to bring back. I know they've done a couple of one-offs on that, but they haven't done a whole lot with it. That was something I really enjoyed reading and would love to see come back with Marvel. And then next, you had the news that kind of broke today that they've cast Jonathan Majors as he's going to play a big role in the Ant-Man 3 movie, which all the rumors are it's going to be Kang the Conqueror. He should be the big bad guy in that movie, and I'm definitely interested in seeing that. If you're unfamiliar with who Kang the Conqueror is, he's a time traveler. He travels time, conquering different areas and things like that, different periods of time. There's a bunch of different versions of him and things like that. He could be good, he can kind of be bad. It kind of goes back and forth. But they are eyeing for Kang to be the main bad guy in Ant-Man 3, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with that. Is he just going to be in Ant-Man 3? Is he going to be throughout several movies? Are they going to have him kind of play like a Thanos type role? Or he's kind of a big main bad guy for everybody in the battle? I'm definitely interested in seeing that and seeing what they're doing with that. And everything I hear about Jonathan Majors, I hear he's been in a lot of things here recently. Some stuff on HBO Max. He was in the Five Bloods that on Netflix. I think it was a Spike Lee movie. And I've heard nothing but great things about him, and see him cast in that. Cool. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Kang was always one of those bad guys where I didn't see him show up a lot, but when he did show up, his story arc was always cool. I definitely enjoyed it. Haven't seen him in a Marvel comic in a while. He had a little bit of a part in, you had Spider-Ham had a 5-issue limited series that came out, and he had a little bit of a part in that. But for the most part, you haven't seen Kang the Conqueror in a while, and that would be nice to bring him back into the fold because he brings there's a lot of things he brings to the table, a lot of different storylines and things like that. So that would be pretty cool. And then the last thing that I got to talk about is you've been having everything going on with the new Thor movie, Thor: Love and War. You're bringing Natalie Portman back to be Jane Foster, and this is where she actually becomes Thor. So you get the She-Thor in this one, which her story arc was a pretty good little story arc that they had in Marvel when that happened, when Jane Foster carried the mantle of Thor because Thor was found unworthy of carrying it. And Thor will be in that. Chris Hemsworth will be in the movie as Thor. And everybody had just assumed that was going to be his last Marvel movie, and then after that he was going to be gone. And he came out and said, "No, I'm not done after this one." Now there hasn't been any definitive 1, 2, 3, 4 movies, however many movies, after. It's just he's not done after this next Thor movie. He will be back in the MCU as Thor. What if that plays in the role of another Thor movie? Is he going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy? You don't really know. You haven't heard, you haven't seen anything about that. But I am excited for him to keep coming back because I absolutely love the way he's played Thor. His portrayal of Thor has been awesome. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. Especially in the last Avengers movie when you got the bro Thor, you got the fat, out of shape Thor with the dad body wearing the robe, the dude, essentially the dude abides. You had him playing in this last one, and it was awesome. I definitely enjoyed it. I liked it, and I'm excited about seeing him play Thor, in more upcoming movies and things like that. But that's all we really had today. I do need to go ahead and point out that right up there, rocking the Old School Wizard. If you're into streaming, you should know who the Old School Wizard is. I've had his logo up here. Rapid Dave Streams is going to have his logo up there all week, as well as we will have that logo up there on Strikeout Beer on Wednesday, because we lost a bet to him. He was watching Strikeout Beer this last week, and he threw the claim out there that the Chiefs would beat the Texans by 14 points. Me and Rapid Dave said no, and then the Chiefs won by 14 points exactly after some last-minute chaos. Texans go down, they score a touchdown, it's within 7. Life is great. Texans try for an onside kick, and it doesn't go so well, and the Chiefs almost run it back, and then like 5 plays later, the Chiefs score another touchdown with like 30 seconds left in the game or something like that, and then they're up by 14, and me and Rapid Dave lose the bet. So, in honor of that bet, there we go. Old School Wizards logo's up there. Will be up there, this week, and I'll probably air it. I'll put it up there again next week. But the bet was for a week that we will show his logo on our streams for the next week. So congratulations, Old School Wizard. You got the victory. You got the win there. There's your payoff. But make sure to check out Rapid Dave streams. I think he's streaming right now. So when you're done here, you can jump on over there and check out Rahim over there on Facebook. Boo that man. Give him some beers in the chat. And let him know Alan said he's not that great. And then make sure you check us out Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time at Strikeout Beer over on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube from 7 to 8:30. And then at 9 o'clock, the late night beer reviews from 9 to 10. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. And we'll see how we do. Maybe there'll be a late night beer review after that. You never know. But check out Rapid Dave streams. He does a lunch stream 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time till 3, I think it is. And then he's got his evening streams that he does. And on Friday nights, you've got the Banana Rumble at 12 p.m. where if you just look us up, become friends with us we do 2 Rumbles on Fortnite. Everyone wearing banana skins. If you don't got one, that's okay. I don't have one. When I started playing, they didn't have the banana skin there to purchase, but once I can, I will. But yeah, come play with us. Have fun. It's just a bunch of dads playing Fortnite. We're okay. We're not great. Some are better than others, but hey, it's a good time. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.